Hey everybody, it's Tiago. The Too Legit podcast has officially leveled up. Welcome to the Built to Rise podcast, building the next generation of trades. On this week's episode, we sat down with Jimmy Murray, the Chief Visionary Officer of Lyon Property Group. We talked about how a $10,000 bet on himself turned into a multi-million-dollar company and a mindset built to last.
Names, whatever you're trying to do, it's already been done. You're just going to figure out who's done it.
What's up, everybody? It's Tiago again. It's the Too Legit podcast. We're here in Warwick.
Yep.
I don't want it because you know how Rhode Island is. They're very tutorial about it.
Well, we're in like one of the special zip codes in Warwick, so there's a weird 02888 zip code. That's where we're at today.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yep.
We got Jimmy. Do you go by Jimmy or James?
Jimmy,
right?
Yeah, yep.
Nobody's ever called you James, other than like, maybe your parents.
No, maybe my priest when I was baptized, but I don't know.
I like Jimmy. Jimmy's like such a Boston thing too. Like,
Jimmy. I think about that commercial. I forget. I want to say it was like an oil change commercial. I was like, "That's thinking with your dipstick, Jimmy."
Oh yeah, right? yeah. The Midas. I think it was Midas. I don't know, but I remember that they used to like take out the dipstick, wipe it. They would say that line and then just absolutely wallop the guy. My buddies did that to me one time. We were like changing the oil out of one of his trucks. He's like, "Hey Tiago, watch this." I'm like, "What?" What? Right back, like right here. Oh my whole entire back was like destroyed red.
Bro,
like,
I can just see the line.
It was horrible. It stung. Not gonna lie. That's what happens
Yeah.
when you're young and reckless. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, man, we really got into it with like the whole like social media, like because the way you kind of put like social media, like putting yourself out there and all that, it's kind of like what Gary Vee does. He's like, dude, I don't care what my videos look like. I'm just gonna post it, and that way people can see it.
I say that all the time. So like honestly, like when people really started to realize who I was, or when I started to gain a name, I had a series that I used to post every Friday or Saturday. Because the other thing is consistency. So even like when we launched our podcast way back that we're not consistent with anymore, I can remember we would push out 7 podcasts. It was every Monday. We do a weekly podcast. And the 8th Monday I missed. And Tuesday morning we were like, yo, where's the podcast? And I was like, this many people listen? I was like, oh shit, this is pretty cool. And it was like 4 or 5 people, but still like we just started.
Yeah.
And this was, I don't know, maybe like 2016, 17. Like podcasts weren't really a thing
Not
still
really
then.
big.
Yeah, or maybe it was 18. I don't remember. But it's consistency. So I started with the Lyon Chronicles of like whatever I was randomly thinking about. It could be real estate, property management, entrepreneurship, life. And it would be like me walking around and the video quality is fucking terrible. It's awful. And honestly, like it's just, but people watched it.
Yeah.
I get like 500-600 views, but you just got to start creating content because people are like, well, how are you good on video now? And I'm like, well, I would really sucked in the beginning. Anything you do, you're going to suck. It's a matter of time, and you have to be willing to take constructive criticism to get better. Yeah. Like suppress the ego. And I think that's the biggest thing with entrepreneurs is like they stunt like they have this big ego, but truly that's going to get in your way. It's going to play to your detriment at some point.
And it gets in your way because you can't see the reality or the truth behind it because the
100%.
ego kind of protects you and sort of blocks off all that truth. And the truth is what gets you from where you are to where you want to be or that sort of thing, right?
That's it. And then the other big thing like that I learned, so like I am a massive book nerd. Like if you go in my office, I've got a ton of books.
What's your favorite book?
Oh, that's a great fucking question.
I'll tell you mine.
Let it rip.
The Very Hungry Caterpillar, you know, the color in the picture book.
Yeah. Dude, but honestly, that's a good one. I read that to my daughter a couple weeks ago. She really liked that one.
That's definitely an OG. Goodnight Moon's always an OG one, too.
Love the children's books.
I'm a big fan of Huckleberry Finn. I like that book a lot. Tom Sawyer and all that. Then there was one book, the Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's actually a book that I've like recently read, and I'm like, oh shit, this is like you actually recommended that book to me, and I'm like, oh man, yeah.
I think that one's like a paradigm shift. You know, you're thinking one way, then you read that book, and you're like, oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Because I had the audio too. I'm like, what's going on? This episode is brought to you by Feel Pulse. That's pulse like a finger on the pulse. Feel Pulse is the all-in-one platform built for service pros who are looking to grow their business and make their lives easier. From scheduling, customer management, to building estimates and sending invoices, Feel Pulse puts on all the operations you need into one single platform. It's built specifically for guys like us to better manage teams, customers, and businesses. Head to feelpulse.com. That's field, Pulse, to get started today.
Honestly, I would say my favorite book as an entrepreneur, not a popular book. It's called The Wealthy Gardener.
Why do I feel like I've heard that before? I feel
It's
like
a
that.
long read, but it's like literally this gentleman owns a very successful business and he has 2 sons. So it's almost like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but like the father to son version, not the son to dad version. It's very interesting. And then honestly, like shout out to my girl, Cody Sanchez. Main Street Millionaire, fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you a top 3, maybe a top 20
Yeah, that's
here.
fine. Yeah.
The other thing is like Main Street Millionaire, if you want to be an entrepreneur, buy businesses. But honestly, when you're getting started, if you want to run a truly successful business, like the work's already been done. Traction by Gino Wickman. That lays out the framework for an entrepreneurial operating system. That entrepreneurial operating system should be a business owner's Bible, truthfully. So like read it, highlight it, take notes in it, and then keep going back to it, but build your business based on that. That's a framework that we use day in and day out. I mean, like we've got our vision traction organizer up there. So like literally,
I saw that. That's really cool.
that's
really cool.
half of it. All of it's upstairs because we had it down here. We're like, this is really just like my lair down here.
Yeah.
So everything's upstairs, but the whole team can tell you the 10-year vision, right? So 5,000 doors in 5 communities over the next 10 years. We're at 1,000 doors right now.
Oh, wow.
And then like even in our office, in our kitchen upstairs, one of the big things are client profiles. So like our team can tell you the target client profiles that we go after. We got Henry Househacker, Chris Corporate, Eddie Entrepreneur. And then we recently realized that we now have this new client that we attract called Sally Single.
Sally Single.
So here's the crazy thing. So not crazy, but I start realizing we never used to have single families to rent. Like it was very rare to have a single family rental in Rhode Island because of the cost. Mm-hmm. With COVID, everyone refinanced into these extremely low interest rates at like two change percent. So their mortgage is like $1,800 to $2,000 when they can rent out the property for $3,000 to $3,500. So now we get paid. Honestly, we're capped at $200 per month on those rentals in terms of what we earn as the property manager. But now these people are making $800 to $1,000 a month, and now they have a depreciating asset and a store of value. So generating income. Now they have the tax write-off, and now they have an asset that can appreciate. And it's very streamlined because when you place someone in a single family, they're going to take care of it like it's their own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all these people that were priced out couldn't buy houses, now they're stepping into the rental market. And it's become a new profile. So like in business, that's the biggest thing is like you got to pay attention and remain present and be aware of like, I'm not just going to sell those 3 profiles. Let's keep an eye out to see if there's a 4th or a 5th.
So those are like the top 4 right now. You're still looking for number 5.
That's
right?
what we target. Yeah, I mean 5 might come up. I would like Ian Institutional that wants to come in and buy 1,000 doors. That would be real easy to level up, right?
Yeah.
But always keeping an eye out to see like what's on the horizon because business changes.
The trends. You got to stay up with the trends too, right?
Yeah. So if you become stagnant, like you're fucked. Mm-hmm. And that's why like our core values, we lead with personal excellence. 1% better every day. You always be looking for that next thing. Continue to build on what you already have established.
Mm-hmm. That's really cool. I like that. I like that 1% thing. Because you can never really cap out. You know what I mean? You can't really cap out.
You know what's
100%.
interesting? So our core values. I won't go through them all, but the last one is execution. It's the Gary Vee thing, and it's ideas are shit. Execution is the game. We got flagged on Indeed. All of our job postings get taken down.
No.
So we had to reword the last one. Like I think we even tried to write it with the SH like exclamation point T. Still got flagged. It didn't work. But it's funny because we have people coming in. They're like, "Hey, I remember that last one that really stuck out to me." And honestly, like that's one of the major things that we figured out over the course of the last 24 months is hiring process. I know you coming from RCL, like Mark slays this.
Absolutely.
The way that you guys were able to scale in a short period of time is like exemplary, like unreal, absolutely unreal. And I know that there's been some headwinds over there, but like the way that leadership has faced those challenges from what I've seen on the outside is just like absolutely fucking incredible.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think with everything that's been going on, I think Mark and Rich definitely lead by example.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs or business owners or anything like that, they face that sort of adversity or pressure.
People think it's so easy.
It's not.
The shit that we take home, like the amount of times I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, shit, right? And then I'm up like trying to take notes or like figure it out to like dump it so I can work on it the next day. But I mean, real entrepreneurs, it doesn't, when you leave the office, it doesn't shut off. You're still thinking like, this is my child.
But that's the difficult thing though sometimes, right? Is how to be like a really successful entrepreneur when you're at work, but then when you leave work it's hard to like leave work at home.
Like how to switch off.
Yeah, how to switch it off.
So I think it's Jesse Itzler, right? You guys know Jesse?
I think I've seen him on the Joe Rogan podcast. He's like
Probably.
I think he's like a marathon guy, business.
Oh yeah.
He's the one that had David Goggins at his.
Yeah,
like, at his
yeah,
house.
I've
Yes,
I've
lived at his house.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So his wife is Sarah Blakely, billionaire, owns Spanx. And then Jesse's done some very successful things as well. I think he was the founder of NetJets, so private jet service. Also, he was like a white rapper in the 90s. Like, dude, just very interesting. I heard him at 10X in Miami a number of years ago, Grant Cardone's event.
Yep.
And he talks about living life intentionally out of balance. So I would say one of the things that, like, I am not with is balance. So these motherfuckers that talk about balance, fuck them. I think it's bullshit. I think it's absolutely bullshit. Because if you're forced to live your life in balance of like, well, I got to be done at 5 and then I got to spend 2 hours with my kids and I got to do this and that, but it's not how you truly want to operate, it's going to feel miserable. So fuck your balance. We need to live in alignment. What's alignment in terms of how we want to operate? Like, truthfully for me, like, I would love working 16 hours a day. It's just like how I'm bred. Like, I'd love this shit. Like, shooting podcasts, going back, negotiating deals, working with a team, helping people grow. But what I would really like to do, and someone asked me this on another podcast, but like, bro, I grew up playing a ton of baseball. I like to play catch. Like, if I could play catch every day, have dinner with my family, and just work my ass off, like, I'm good. And then drive my Jeep with the doors off. I'm good.
It's a good life.
That's life. Like, honestly, like, I'm simple, man.
Yeah.
I'm simple like that. So, like, you got to decide, like, do you want to live in balance and force, like, balance of, like, well, I got to meditate every day at this time and get in the cold plunge at this time and jump on the... Nah, man, what's alignment look like for you? Like, and a perfect day, like, the balance people, like, well, what's your perfect day every 15 minutes? Trash. Because it's not always going to play out like that.
Yeah, it's always something different. It's always something different.
So, like,
every day.
what are the 5 things that if you did them every day, you'd feel really good about it?
Do you have like a morning routine?
I do.
What's your normal?
So honestly, like, I'm up at 4:30.
Oh wow.
And then I'm in the gym by 4:50.
Hell
And
yeah.
right now I'm training to run the Ragnar relay. So
Oh okay.
Joel and Yannick, thank you for that, maybe. But your boy's a little too thick to be running that far. So I'm signed up for a 20-mile leg.
Oh
Through
wow.
the mountains in New Hampshire. So 2 8-mile runs, one in the middle of the night in the dark. And then my finishing leg, I think, is 3 miles. So, like, I'm not looking forward to that. I would much rather wake up and lift weights at the CrossFit gym.
Yeah.
But truthfully, when I get out of the gym, summer routine right now is like I'm normally fucking dying from the EMOM or the ANRAP. Just sweating like crazy. I will go out, I water all my plants. So I love my garden.
Okay. You're a big gardener guy?
I am. Doesn't sound funny?
No, not really, because my dad's a big gardener. You know. I
So
think,
like we've got corn, zucchini.
oh, so you're like a vegetable gardener type
Eggplant,
shit.
yeah. Oh, and then I've got I'm onto wildflowers this year, and then my sunflowers are probably like 8.5, 9 feet tall right now. Wow. I have Russian mammoth sunflowers.
Russian mammoth.
They're cool. They're gangster. My mother-in-law's pissed. She's like, "How'd you grow those?" I was like, "Patience, patience, and lots of water every day." But I'll come home, I'll water my plants, and honestly, shout out to Nathan Clark. Although Nathan is kind of an acquired taste, but I respect the shit out of that dude. He's built a system in real estate, and he absolutely kills it. But I would say a lot of people refer to him as like the evil villain, but like he's just been on top for so long. Like the dude kills it. And Nathan always talks about you got to start and end every day with the Bible. So like that dude knows the Bible like no one else that I know. So I'll sit down, I read a chapter in the Bible, chapter to 3 chapters depending on what I'm reading. I'll read 10 pages of a book, and then I'll write down 25 affirmations. And then I'll go in, I'm going to sound like an old man, then I'll have my multivitamins. I'll have my Ezekiel bread with some peanut butter so my vitamin D intake works out so I can stay healthy. And then I'll jump in the shower, and that's really it.
And then just...
Simple. But honestly, like, that Power 3 stack of Bible, 10 pages of a book, and 25 affirmations, like, that's the game.
That's a game changer, right?
And the 25 affirmations is like David Goggins in the accountability mirror. And again, you guys probably hear me dropping a bunch of names. Whatever you're trying to do, it's already been done. You just got to figure out who's done it.
Yeah.
Grab their play, and then duplicate it.
Kind of like hack the system almost.
That's
right?
it. Like anything we do has already been done. So who's run a play that's similar? Run that play for a little bit, and then tweak it if you need to fit what you're looking for.
And what are the affirmations for? Does that just kind of change? Like, what has that done for you?
I talk about of like where I'm going, right? So let's think. So number 24 and 25 affirmation, like 24 is my family is financially free. And then 25 is I created generational wealth for my family. Right? And then there's a whole bunch of stuff in the middle. Number 7 is, this is going to be funny, but 7 through 10 are like my health ones. So 7 is I weigh 200 pounds, which I don't. I weigh 220. Number 8 is going to be I eat healthy to fuel my body. 9 is I work out every day, or I work out daily, rather. And then 10 is I am an athlete. So, like, speaking that into existence. But I could literally tell you 1 through 25 what they are. But it's just that framing of, like, where I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Of, like, now I'm spacing on the numbers now. I'm sitting in front of you guys. But number 11 is going to be Aslan is my holding company. So Chronicles of Narnia. Aslan owns Aslan owns 1,000
Lion.
units. And then number 12 is going to be Lyon manages 5,000 doors. So it's like where I'm going.
I like that. That's dope.
So it's almost like your goals, but you're like speaking it as if it already exists.
You guys want to see this? I'm going to show. I have it with me today. So if you guys are cool, check this. I'm going to bring it back. All right. So here we go. Literally, so I got my Apex, I got my Real American Freedom here, shout out to Andy Frisella. But then in the back of the book, actually, you guys can see this, but every day.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Just every day. But this is consistency. So as I'm sitting here, I'm preaching consistency. And that's where it's
And you
at.
write it down every single day.
And honestly, like if I'm not vibing with it, actually, this is since May, I'll tweak it a little bit.
Okay.
But that's it. Dude, anything you do is just consistency. That's it.
That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got to think like it's all habit stacking, right? And creating the good habits. It's real easy to create a bad habit,
100%.
right? And then it's all about like that reprogramming in order to get where you want to be.
I love that. So within after your morning routine, this is probably not like a typical day for you, but what does a good day for you look like after that?
Yeah, honestly, like I'd love to slam the phones and close some deals. I just love signing
Yeah.
contracts, whether it's a management contract, off market, or a listing. We have a daily sales call at 8 a.m., 8 to 8:30. We call it Closer Circle. I love sitting with the sales team and just like letting it rip. Like, what's important to us today? What did we learn yesterday? So, everything has a routine. So, Closer Circle, we all start with gratitude. So, everybody on the call, you share something you're grateful for. Then we dive into the rant. So, everybody has a different day to give a rant of like something that they're thinking about, some motivational speech, whatever they want to share. But that's also going to help you create your voice when you start to go post on social media or you're sitting with other people. And then we end with something I created called Howl. So everyone has to share again. And it's help, opportunity, win, or learn. So you have something you need help with. There's an opportunity you're working on, a win. Like, did you close a deal? I don't know. Name it. And then something that you learned.
Yeah.
I was gonna go a little off color, and I'm like, nah, we're gonna reel it back in. We're gonna reel it back in. But yeah, I think that I love close. I have so much fun with the team.
That's
Like somebody asked me earlier, they're like, "What's your favorite part of business?" Like what you do in business. I'm like growing people, like seeing people actually develop the skills and get better, and honestly chase their dreams. Like I know it sounds kind of corny, but that's really cool to me.
it's cool because like especially when they start at like not knowing what they want to do, anything like that, they come to a company like this or see a guy like you, and you kind of lead them in the right direction of.
So let's lean on that.
Okay.
Let's lean on that, because I've not always been the person that I am today, and honestly, like I was not a leader worth following for a very long time, and I had to become a leader worth following, right? And that's just a part of our evolution. Like a lot of people are like, well, why can't I find the right people to come work for me? Well, first of all, it's not work for me, it's work with me.
Yeah.
Right? It's all these little reframes. Like you think about the neuro-linguistics programming of how we say things. Why can people close deals smoother than other people? Well, it could be neuro-emotional prospect questioning from Jeremy Miner, or it could be neuro-linguistic programming of how I say something where you're like, wow, that sounds a lot better. Like growing up, my grandmother used to she used to always say to me when I would go to her house, she's like, can I get you a nice ice cold Sprite? I remember saying that. I'm like, wow, that sounds really good, but it's just Sprite. But fuck, man, when she puts it in the glass with the ice cubes and it's fizzy, and it tastes better the way that she said it. So it's like those little things. But also, like, if I'm coming to work every day and I'm hungover and I don't treat people right, like, who's going to want to work with me?
Yeah.
Not only on the client side, but also the people inside of this building. Right? Versus if I show up every day and I'm like, yo, I crushed a workout, and like, honestly, half of the team here meal preps, which is crazy because I wasn't a meal prep guy for a long time. Honestly, I was a fat kid for a long time, and I'm still a little thick here, but like try to get my health back in a good spot. But those things are important because people are going to come into your organization and they're going to start to emulate your habits, or they're going to try and pick up on your good habits.
Yeah.
But that's up to you to make that decision.
I have noticed that too. Like like Mark Mason's like I've always like kind of like when he posts on everything, I'm like, dude, how do like I'm trying to like not copy his style, but I'm like, I gotta follow his like schedule, like something.
Success leaves clues.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, really big time. It's like, he owns like two companies, and it's like, but I think just his drive alone just makes me want to become like a better like person. You know what I mean?
And he's like so casual about it
He's
too.
mad chill.
So casual.
He's very. I think he doesn't. He's humble. I think he's really humble about it too.
Dude came from literally nothing.
Yeah.
Like I had his story, the resilient entrepreneur. Like,
Yep.
unreal.
Great book.
And
by the way.
honestly, straight up, like I text him when I was halfway through. I'm like, bro, you totally inspired me to write a book. So that's one of my major goals for 2026.
Is you gonna write a
Is
book?
to write a book.
Nice.
Yep. So honestly, I'm gonna cheat a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe it's not cheating, but have you guys heard of Plod?
Why does that sound so fucking familiar?
Plod now has these pins, or I have this thing that attaches to the back of my phone and records all phone calls. Or not, it doesn't record all phone calls. Be careful. It does not record all.
We need consent
unless,
first.
unless I turn it on. But like we're in the process of hiring a salesperson to take over my responsibilities of closing management deals. So I recorded all my sales phone calls and I throw it into ChatGPT and I'm like, well, what's the script? Wow. ChatGPT can now give me a script on how I close these deals. Because there's certain things that I say and there's certain ways that I say them. Now ChatGPT can tell me based on Plod. So, reading Mark's book, I love Google Keep. Like, I'm a parking lot guy. So, I have notes on notes on notes. But I have probably 30 topics of the chapters that I want to write from reading Mark's book that have really, like, caused a significant amount or created a significant amount of inspiration where now I got a walking treadmill at home. So, I'm just going to walk and talk. And then record it into Plod and then craft it from there. So I don't have to sit and type. I can just talk.
You just talk. A lot of people always like do that too. It's like, oh, maybe they'll like talk to their phone, but they got to be like sitting down. They can't like be on a walking treadmill and everything like that. That's a really good idea.
Because I feel like when you're moving, like my brain just opens up so much better when I'm moving.
Yeah, sort of. I think yours and mine's does too.
100%. I've heard of authors who like they'll go hiking and they'll like I mean it's older days, but they'd have like the tape recorder where they would like talk into it and like record their books like that. And I'm like, I think if I was ever going to write a book, I'd probably go that route, honestly, because you're out in nature, your mind's just working better. I mean, I personally don't really like to be behind a desk all that much, so I think out and about,
your mind's free at that point.
It's firing at a higher level, I think.
Cody Sanchez did an interview with Robert Greene. Do you guys know who Robert Greene is?
No.
48 Laws of Power.
Yeah.
All right, we got it. And then he did the 50th Law with 50 Cent.
Oh,
Yeah. So Robert Greene was telling Cody Sanchez, like, he literally goes and like locks himself in a cabin and he just mountain bikes. He'll go mountain bike and he'll write, and then he'll mountain bike and he'll write, and he'll mountain bike and he'll write, and like that's his creative process.
I love that.
But he's like figured it out over all these books.
Yeah.
But it was amazing because he said like some crazy number of how many jobs he's been fired from or failed at, and it was incredible. And then you read 40 Laws of Power, and you're like, how did this dude construct these stories? Like the most random stories throughout history. And then he's even got like sub stories and like the margins. It's like, it's incredible. I would add that to the book list, but that's like a book we don't talk about, but we know about.
I'm gonna have to read that book. Have you read it?
I haven't read it, but
okay.
it's been on the list for a while. But after this conversation, I think I'm gonna
It's
pull
really
the trigger.
good.
I'm a big like audiobook guy. I'm big on Audible.
You got to figure out like what works for you.
Yeah.
Right? Me, like I'm going to show you my kill shelf of like these are all the books that I read.
It's
So I
probably
want like the paper copies.
Oh yeah, you actually like to physically read and yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like listening to a book. I don't know, because maybe your mind starts going to a different spot when you're listening. But
Yeah, I think I run a lot, so I feel like when I'm running, I'll pop on a book, and then
Yeah,
it's
dude.
just
Maybe
like
that's
45 minutes to an
maybe
hour.
That's
of
what
just-
I need. No, for real though. I mean, last summer, like I cut the grass and I listened to Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand, right? Which is, I don't know how deep we want to go down the rabbit hole in tinfoil theory, but maybe we leave that one alone.
we can go down. We've been down rabbit holes before, man.
Yeah, so I think it's interesting. Like, I think the cool line in that book is, who is John Galt? Right? And that just means, like, is that really possible? Because John Galt is the guy that makes all things possible impossible.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, if we look at the way that this country is headed in a way that, the powers that be want us to be controlled, right? And kind of under the thumb. Like, at what point do we create Midas Mulligan's secret society like in Atlas Shrugged? Because he truly creates a secret society of, like, the doers and the capitalists who like to show up and work hard and build things. And, like, it's built under some, like, secret radar in the mountains that nobody can find. but all the capitalists disappear, and then socialism and communism implodes.
Yeah.
And they don't know why that happened because it doesn't work.
Right.
That's not a bad idea.
But the whole idea of Midas
wheels are
Mulligan's
spinning.
Secret Society is like, it was super cool. Super cool. And if you guys haven't read that, I think that's a really good read, but that's more out there. So,
You ever thought about like owning a library? Like,
dude, I'd love that.
how dope would that
I
be?
would love that. Honestly, like,
Cranston,
I love coffee, so I would definitely do a coffee shop and a bookshop.
oh,
Maybe like my own Barnes & Noble, maybe.
okay.
But not all the books, just the books I like. I don't know.
Just like-minded people reading like-minded
Or
books.
maybe we do that. Honestly, so this is brainstorming, right? I love this. We're going to go deep here. What if we had bookshelves from our favorite entrepreneurs?
Like their own books, or just books.
Not
that
even their own books of like, hey, we had a shelf for like Tiago of like, these are your top 10 favorite books. This is the Tiago shelf.
Hungry Caterpillar, right? The main thing.
Yes, way to bring it back. No, but seriously, think about that. So all of your favorite entrepreneurs, they all have their own shelves, and then those are the books.
That's actually a really good idea because then,
Like you
even-
asked me, like, what's your favorite book? Well, I got 10.
Yeah, and then like even like let's just say like we have that like whole entire section, and it's like really successful entrepreneurs like Gary Vee,
Yeah.
Jordan Belfort, you know,
Yep.
Jordan Belfort.
Nice.
Man, I'm brain farting. Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, sorry. No disrespect to Belfort though.
By the way, I got to meet Jordan Peterson too. Like talking about people we got to meet. Like I paid for like it was like $50 extra to meet him after he spoke in Providence last year or the year before.
Yeah,
And he was so genuine.
like a down to earth guy.
Yeah, like shook his hand, had a very warm conversation. It wasn't like on to the next one. Like he was
He actually like took time to like.
personal. Yeah, like he's like, "How's life, dude? Like anything I can help you with?" And I was like, "Whoa."
Like, you want to help me?
No, but it was very genuine and sincere.
Yeah, it was like,
After he like let it rip for 2 hours, you know how he just spirals.
oh yeah.
And it's like, all right, got it. All right, now I'm lost. Now I got it. Now I'm lost. Right? Like, but it's just always impressive to meet these people that have done these incredible things.
It's what?
And it seems like you make an effort to see and be around these people. Like, I mean, I think one of the themes we've kind of seen amongst successful entrepreneurs on this podcast, at least, is like their network and who they know. Really, it kind of raises you up, you know.
Have to.
But it seems like you seek that out. Have you always been like that, or is that something that you like?
No. You guys didn't think this is like planned. This is like another layup. If I could give advice to younger entrepreneurs, pay your way to get into the right rooms. Right? Within reason. I'm not saying to go like
Drop 10 G's.
I was going to say like 50 to 100 G's to like get in the right rooms. But honestly, buy the more expensive ticket because that shit totally counts. In the sense that if you buy the cheapest ticket, you're in the room and you get to listen to the speakers. But the people who invest in, I don't know, the $1,000 ticket, the $2,000 ticket, they're going to get more out of it because all those people are thinking the same thing. They're willing to make that investment in themselves. Right? So like Tyler on our team, I wasn't able to go to, I think it's Apex Live. No, $1 Million Mastermind that Ryan Stewman hosts. Last year was the last one he'd ever host. But he had Cody Sanchez, Sal Frisella, whole bunch of stud speakers. And actually he had this other guy that was a billionaire. I can't remember what his name was, but he created AI in 1994. So that's some scary shit. That was after he hacked NASA at like 14 years old. Yeah, and then got arrested and they're like, well, if you come work for us, we won't send you to jail.
That's a cool thing. Like, I think the FBI and the CIA used to do that back in the day. Like, what's that movie called? The one with Leonardo DiCaprio. He like fakes to be a airplane pilot.
The Departed.
Yeah,
The Departed.
The Departed. But like he fakes like what is it, Pan Air or something like that?
Oh no! Are you talking about?
No. Catch me if you can. Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yep.
a great movie.
Yep.
I love, and then he gets caught, and then
Is that the one where they filmed that battleship in Fall River? Or
No,
did I see that?
that's Don't Look Up.
Okay.
That's much old. This
Sorry.
is like younger Leonardo.
Yeah.
And
This is impressive. You guys are good on the movie stuff.
I'm a big movie guy.
Fair enough.
I like
I like
movies. I do like movies. And I think it was the FBI or the CIA caught him, and then they were like, okay, listen, you can serve jail time, or you can work with us, serve your sentence. And what you're going to do is you're going to see what's fraud checks and what's not, because that's what he was really known for. He used to like millions. Like he would perfect to a T. Like Panda had no idea. No wonder why the company went under.
But honestly, like, buy your way. Like, buy the next. I would challenge you, whatever event you're going to next, with whatever savage entrepreneurs are out there, anybody that you like, buy the next level up ticket.
So events is kind of like the first sort of advice there, where it's like go to events. If someone's not going to events.
And honestly, like, don't pick 10 people to follow. Like, pick one person to follow. And this is my biggie email, actually. Pick one person to follow and go deep for 6 months to a year, right? So, like, when I started, I had no idea how to sell. So I followed Grant Cardone for a year, right? And I realized that, like, my strategy is going to be educate and close. I'm not going to try and hard sell you. I'm going to educate you and close you. That's it. Or, I'm trying to think, I went deep on Gary Vaynerchuk, right? And, like, one of the major takeaways was $80 strategy.
Yep.
That's a great way to become known. Like, all these people, whoever you want to follow, like, one, make sure that they show up in your newsfeed first and comment on all their stuff. Now, don't write some weird shit. Like, write some shit that actually vibes with the post, right? Like, actually interact appropriately.
Like, be genuine.
Yeah, be genuine. Because, like, honestly, I know the people that comment on most of my shit. Yeah. Like, I know the people that, like, tap in. But the craziest thing, now we're coming, like, full circle here on BYM, the easiest closes in terms of the people who really want to work with you are never going to engage with any of your content. No likes, no comments, no shares. They're going to slide into your DMs one day and be like, yo, I want to work with you. True shit. The easiest closes. Yo, I've been following you for 2 years. They're going to tell you, hey, I've been following you for 2-3 years. And by the way, this piece of content, which you probably posted like 8 months ago, they're like, yo, that really hit home. And you're like, well, damn, I had no interaction. I didn't realize that had an impact on anybody.
Yeah.
So, like, that's where stay the course.
And honestly, that's kind of how this came about to some degree, because I wasn't really, like, we weren't interacting with any of your Instagram posts, and we're like, hey, we want to do a podcast with you, and just slid in the DM.
I thought it was cool. Like, I was checking you guys out, and I'm like,
that.
and you're like, we'll come to you. I'm like, cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's one of our key things. Is
That's
like
literally how it worked.
Yeah. It's crazy how DMs work nowadays. It's like you can message anybody you want. I can message. Gary Vee has a cool thing now. He leaves his number out. So, like, anybody can call and text him. He has
my God.
Yeah.
That's a real thing?
That's what I swear to God. Look it up. I swear to God. He has his number. I think it's on his Instagram. It's like, 212 something.
Is that the trap phone?
I
got 2 phones.
Yeah. I bet he has to. You have to at that point. But, like, he's like, call me, text me. I will answer every fucking question you have. And he put it out there. It's literally on Instagram. I'm like, dude.
Because that's like, I think Andy Frisella tells the story that he was meeting with Gary Vee. And he's like, I literally like rolled in at 10. He's like, yo, we got to wrap this up. I have a meeting at 11.
Gary Vee said that?
Yeah. He's like, yo, listen, love to meet with you, but like I got a meeting at 11. So like we got an hour.
He's no nonsense, that guy. I bet he's like really down to earth, genuine. Have you ever met Gary Vee? Like, personally?
Yeah, I think one of the big things that he's really preaching now is radical candor. And I think that is one of the traits as an entrepreneur that if you can develop that, that's like a superpower.
Have you met Gary Vee before? Like, personally?
No, but now I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna figure it out.
Now we're gonna get the big ticket.
We're gonna have to go. I will. Maybe we all can go on a trip.
He doesn't sell masterminds or anything that I know of, right? I think.
Yeah, but like he's accessible.
I feel like he would be because he's always at events.
We'll just go to some yard sales in Long Island or wherever he's at, right?
Yeah, we just got to set up the biggest yard sale over there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
just start selling.
What does he like? He likes the Jets. Get a bunch of like Jets memorabilia there.
Or just just start talking mad shit about the Jets. Just like comment, Jets suck, motherfucker. No, I would love to meet Gary Vee though, because I've watched a lot of his videos and I'm like, dude, like this guy, he just knows. Like he doesn't bullshit.
You know what my favorite thing about Gary Vee is right now? Because I'm 36, at least for another month. He's like, 36, you're a baby. I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God. That makes me feel so much better.
Oh, man.
So in the early days, right, when you were like looking into events, you said you went the Grant Cardone route because you're like, oh, I don't really know how to sell. Is that usually like people's hangups? Like, because you came like from the finance world. I think you
got to be real with yourself, right? And this goes back to suppressing the ego, not to cut you off.
Yeah, no.
But it really comes back to that. Like you have to be your best critic. Your best critic of like, all right, where do I suck?
And then just go from there.
And then figure it out. Like, what's most important? All right, well, if I suck at these 5 things and I'm trying to accomplish this, what should I work on first?
So how did you come to the realization that you wanted to start Lyon Property Group? Because that was kind of the goal, and then you had to like reverse engineer like what
100%.
What skills do I need to accomplish that goal? So how did you like want like where did the desire come to start this whole thing? Did you always
hated
like
my job?
Yeah, that's always the number one. That's always number one.
It's wild though, because like my dad is like, go to school, get a good job. Honestly, so I started out at CCRI, and then I was supposed to transfer to Bryant
Were you born and raised in Rhode Island? Sorry.
in Smithfield.
Smithfield.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went to Bryant, met with the transfer coordinator. Still remember her name to this day because she told me I was not smart enough to attend Bryant University.
Damn.
I was like, cool.
We are not name dropping. She does not deserve that.
She's still there. I looked her up 2 months ago. Yeah. So honestly, I chased a girl out to Ohio State, but Ohio State had at the time, one of the top 10 finance programs in the country. And I went from rocking a 1.7 GPA at CCRI to graduate. I had a 3-point GPA when I finished at Ohio State, but I had a 4-point in my major. But when I was a senior at Ohio State, I was one of the research analysts on a $20 million fund that we ran for the endowment.
Oh, wow.
And I was the only undergrad that they flew to Wall Street and I interviewed at Goldman Sachs, Barclays, and a couple boutique investment banks. So not bad from 1.7 GPA to not smart enough to go to Bryant and managing a fund worth $20 million.
If you really want to fire up an entrepreneur, you tell them they can't do something, and then they will go ahead and prove you wrong.
So my wife says to me all the time, she's like, you won't. I'm like, fuck. Now
I have to.
Yeah, right? So like my team, they write shit on my board all the time that like people, they know when someone like drops something like, oh, you got them going. So like on my whiteboard in my office, I've got Jimmy Who. We were out somewhere and the person speaking was like, who do you know locally that runs like a good social media presence? And the kid's like, Jimmy. And he's like, Jimmy who? And the whole team's like, oh, that's definitely going to fucking get him. So, but yeah, it's just like those phrases.
Yeah.
When you lack the motivation to do it, you think about that and just, I get fired up. But actually, book recommendation, Your Next 5 Moves by Patrick Bet-David.
I have heard of that one.
So in the back of that book, there's a Punnett square. Now, we probably remember Punnett squares from high school chemistry, if you guys are hanging with me now. But there's a Punnett square on what you're driven by. So, like, I'll be honest with you. My son, like, once we wrap up here, I'm going to watch my son play baseball. Truthfully, he's not good. He's not good. His teammates told him he sucked, and he's like, he's fine with it. I'm like, yo, if someone told me I suck, I'd be in the backyard until it got dark, and my parents were like, pull me inside.
That's that Michael Jordan mentality right there.
Right.
100%.
So, like, that's being driven by madness. So there are 4 things that you can be driven by. I just know the one that I'm driven by, but it's in the back of that book. And honestly, like, my son's cool with being told he sucks, and he's like, fine. And I'm like, bro, I'd be like going
that's the
nuts.
wrong answer. That's the wrong answer.
Right. But like, I got to let him be him, and he'll figure it out. And like, I'll help guide him as best as I can.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
I've got to know how he's wired.
So going back to what Alex said, so pretty much you started Lyon. When did you start Lyon?
Yes. Let me answer your question directly now that I've gone in a million fucking circles here. I bought my first multi. So where do I want to start? I'll go back to 6th grade. This is fucking hysterical. 6th grade, Jimmy wrote a letter to himself from when he graduated high school, and the first 3 lines were, what college are you going to play baseball? What stocks do you own? And what real estate do you own? Like 6th grade self. Fucking wild.
I think I was still coloring in 6th grade.
I don't know what it was.
They have adult coloring books now that are actually pretty fucking sick. Get some edibles in the back and some crayons. We can go through those later.
Get therapeutic after.
So get out of college. And my dad was a union carpenter. And he's like, bro, go get a sheet of paper, get a W-2, and just stay there for a minute. I'm like, nah.
That never like really piqued your interest at all.
No,
right?
I mean, like, even like I was in high school and I wanted like one of my first startups was like detailing cars. Now I sucked. Like I put an ad in the Bargain Buyer for $50 and it was terrible. But let me get back to the original question, like real estate. So come back out and like I didn't win the birth lottery. So now I've got $70,000 in debt, even though I went to CCRI. $70,000 in debt, which is $819 a month at the point. I don't remember what the interest rate, but I remember the payment. And I'm making $50,000 a year, and I'm like, "Fuck, this ain't good. This ain't
The
good."
math
Like
ain't mathing right now.
No. So I'm like, "Fuck, I don't want to live at home with my parents. Like, what do I do?" And I'm like, "Well, I always wanted to invest in real estate." I almost walked away from my first multifamily purchase over $1,000 because the line-in was tattered. I'm like, "Fuck this. I'm not buying it." And the realtors that were actually like gave $500 from each of their commissions to close the deal. Now, this was to buy a 4-unit in Pawtucket for $140,000. I almost walked away from it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Today, how much is something like that?
I had somebody call me, cash offer. They said, we'll pay you $750 the other day.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. And honestly, I think I'm still all in on the building for like less than $170 in terms of like CapEx, which is nuts. But that goes back to buy real estate and wait. So at this point, my tenants think it's hysterical because Jesus doesn't go by Jesus. Jesus, who lives on the second floor, he's hot shit, still lives there. He's like, bro, you go to work at Fidelity in a 3-piece suit, and then you're a wife beater and bandana putting a roof on the garage that you fell through a couple weeks ago. I'm like, well, yeah, bro. I don't have a silver spoon. I got to figure this shit out, right? Like, I'm racking up materials on a Home Depot credit card and like figuring it out on the weekend on YouTube University. Right. But quickly, like, my mortgage was $1,040 a month, and I placed the first tenant who I actually bumped into the other day. He's hot shit. His name is Dan, and I placed Dan for $900 a month. And I'm like, wait. How's this shit work? And I've got another tenant paying, I think at that point, like $500, all utilities included in a 1-bedroom. I had to renegotiate that one. But $1,040 a month, we placed in $900 a month, and then we placed Jesus at $950. I know that sounds very funny, but I'm like, wait, my mortgage is $1,040. Just these two guys at $1,850, and I'm living in one of the units. I'm like, this shit can't be real. So I'm like, well, what do I do next? And again, like, didn't win the birth lottery, still have all the money that I could pay in student loans. Still got to like have somewhat of a life, like buy a car, do the things. And I didn't know how to raise capital at that point. So I tried to wholesale and I just quit too soon. I gave up too early. Like, I actually generated 3 off-market leads in the first 6 months through SEO, which honestly made us a couple dollars, grabbed me my first 2 flips. But I decided to focus on property management because at the time, if we look at what you actually make in the long run, dollars per door on a multifamily investment, it was very similar to what property managers could generate at that time. Now, I don't have the equity exposure, but in terms of like gross net income to the investor, but gross profit for a property manager, it was very similar. And I'm like, maybe I'd do that.
Because you don't have any of the risk of actually owning the building at that point.
Right. But I can also learn at the same time. Right. So I know what I know on my building. I was in eviction court my first Christmas. That was fucking wild. And, yeah, at 23 years old in eviction court on Christmas. Like, talk about being a Grinch, but I'm like, hey, this is a business, right? Like, you're not paying, you're still have access to the unit. And honestly, that resident today tells all the tenants I'm the best landlord he's ever had. He showed up with a wad of cash. He's like, I want to stay. You're really good. He's like, even though I haven't paid, I had this issue and this issue, and you took care of it. So got into the property management business, and then property management gained me access. Now we can vertically integrate. So we have a flooring company under contract that we're going to buy. I can share more details on that in the future. But now I have a team of realtors that generates deals. We have an off-market company that generates leads as well. We flip houses, but now I can kind of build off of that. Where during COVID, where things started getting expensive, my clients are like, well, we still want to invest. What do we do? I'm like, do you guys want to be a hard money lender? So now I can flip houses for $0 out of my own pocket and still generate a solid income as a wholesaler, as a realtor on the back end, as the investor, and then as a GC. So I make money 4 ways in a flip with $0 out of pocket of my own money.
Damn.
But that's the whole creative process. But I had to build trust as that property manager, show people. I mean, like, when you guys were setting this up, like, one of the investors that's become a really good friend, I haven't seen him in a year, and we're cutting him checks in there. Like, he invested on a deal, and he actually generated a 58% return.
Wow. That's huge. That's big time.
Because we use leverage.
Yeah.
Right? And that was him as the investor. He never went to the property once.
Damn.
And just as a reference point, right? The stock market's like, what, 8% return?
Yeah.
58% is ridiculous.
Now, the cool thing that we do, like, we haven't had a Lyon share deal internally that generated less than a 25% return. And it's typically in 6 months. So I will show my team. We'll take the actually, this is so funny. We went to Great Wolf Lodge over the weekend with the kids, which was wild. It was super cool, but it was like the people of Walmart in real life. Like, you got people in Connecticut across from Foxwoods, like literally like fucking shotgunning Coors Lights and Bud Heavies, like ripping cigs. Like, looks like they haven't showered in 3 years. Like, go ahead, Johnny, get in the fucking pool. Like, dude, just wild. But we're driving through, and my wife is like, what the fuck is Warregan? I'm like, oh, I'm buying a 2-family there this week. She's like, of course. Of course. But like, that's the next deal. So the team will come in, and it's essentially like crowdfunding. I'm like, all right, we need 50 G's for this deal, and you get 50% of the net profit. But I will show you everything in terms of like who we got the deal from, the contracts that we signed, who we use for insurance, the GCs that we use. You have full access to the financials, and then we list it on the back end. And they can see exactly how we flip houses, so then they can go out and do it. All the way down to like our partnership agreement. This is the agreement that we use that says you do, I do, in terms of like, here's the money that we need, here's how we execute, here's going to list the house, here's going to be the loan, and it's the full scaffolding that they can go out and do it on their own. I'll show you the full playbook.
If you're enjoying the show, chances are you care about building a solid business. And that's exactly why we partnered with FieldPulse. It's not just software, it's peace of mind. Less back office chaos, more time doing what you do best. And I think FieldPulse is so great that I even worked out a deal for you guys to get 20% off FieldPulse when you book a demo and mention 2 legit podcasts. Head to fieldpulse.com. That's FIELDPULSE. Fieldpulse.com to get started now.
Because it's too difficult for them to run themselves, so they're just gonna go to you again, right?
I mean, they will. Well, hopefully, right? Yeah. If not,
That's the goal.
I think about even the teach a man to fish analogy. I don't want to keep feeding you fish. I want to show you how to do it.
Yeah.
So we can all go out and do it on our own.
Right.
Then hopefully you come back and we can do it more successfully together at a larger scale.
Yeah.
Right, because if you're just keeping all that information to yourself, it's just you and your team know how to do it. But if you share that with other people and they bring you on, it allows you to kind of build in a way that you wouldn't be able to alone. I love that mindset, man.
Scarcity mindset, bro. If you're like, yo, listen, what I do is top secret. No, it's not. Somewhere on the internet. Somewhere you wrote about it.
Right. Yeah.
None of this is secret. You can find it fucking anywhere if you look hard enough.
Yeah. And good people remember that. They remember no, Jimmy put me on, man. So when I'm on, I'm gonna
100%.
I'm gonna return the favor, or at least good people,
bro. Honestly,
the people that you want in your circle, anyways.
I think it's so fucking cool when someone's like, yo, I went out and I won because you gave me this piece. And I was like, I didn't really help you, bro. I just gave you a piece of information. You still had to go and execute.
Yeah.
But honestly, that for me is so cool. That's so dope.
That's a feel good moment, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh man. Hopefully I get somewhere like that. Not obviously real estate.
Oh, dude, you will.
But
bro.
Somebody from this podcast is like, oh, hey, Tiago, you said this, you said some dumbass shit, but it's actually, you actually really changed my life.
30 episodes for them to choose from.
I know. There's a lot of episodes I say some dumbass shit. This is why me and Alex really work together. So
no, bro, but you guys are real, right? And that goes back to how we started. You just gotta be fucking real. Yeah.
I don't.
You don't fake the funk. Yeah.
No, I really don't.
Fake the funk.
What you see is what you get, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's not much, but it's it's honest living. No, but that's the cool thing about me and Alex. We kind of counter each other off. He's very philosophical. Very. I think he thinks like an engineer. He breaks every smallest detail down. On the car ride here, he was like, all right. Here's our plan, but we're gonna do it like this, and then because we also have a media company. He's like, all right, we got Jimmy's podcast today. Oh, hey, we also have to reach out to these people today. Oh, by the way, how was your day today, Tiago? Was it really good? He throws a million questions at me. Mind you, I just finished a shift. I did 5 to 3, and I'm just in the car trying my best to stay awake. And I'm like, yeah, just not, but. The reason why we work so well together is he's more of a cerebral thinker. I'm a mouthpiece. I just say whatever the fuck. Whatever.
That's what makes it fun.
But that's what does make it fun. Where it's I'll say something. He's like, "Hey, Tiago, take it easy." And
we talk about this. I finally found an ops manager to compliment. I feel like I haven't had the second half of my brain for 10 years in my business, which is kind of crazy to think of. And Mark, our ops manager, he jokes. He's like, yo, you're the gas on the brakes. He's like, but listen, I'm only going to tap the brakes when we're head into a corner. He's like, just fucking stay on the gas. I'm all right, cool.
I like that.
I'm just trying to make sure you don't wreck. I'm all right, I need it. I need that.
That's a good analogy. Yeah. All gas, no brakes. Yeah, that I mean.
That's it.
I like that, man.
So do you run? Are you do you start the business by yourself? You don't have a partner or anything?
I had a partner in the beginning.
Okay.
Honestly, partnership is super hard. I think that you got to be on the same page. We got to a point, and we were able to pay ourselves a healthy salary. And he's like, if I don't make another $1, and I'm like, bro, that sounds fucking terrible. You just want to stop? And I'm like, I don't think so. I don't want to stop. And then we got into COVID, and honestly, dude's a good dude. And we got into COVID, and we just had dramatically different expectations. He's joking about he's taking a 3-hour nap every afternoon, and I'm like, bro, I'm on the phone with every client because they're worried that Auntie Gina talked about you don't have to pay rent anymore, the governor at the time. And then every tenant's like, well, Gina said I didn't have to pay rent. And the clients are like, well, she said you didn't have to pay. And then 12 to 15-hour fucking days, just trying to talk people off the fucking ledge. And he's like, oh, I took a 3-hour nap. This is fucking great. And I'm like, dude, we're 50-50, and this is not, we're not talking the same language.
No.
Because the output's not 50-50 at that point. You're putting in so much more.
We'll leave it alone. I'll leave that one alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
But expectations were dramatically different. I think that he's a quality human being. I would trust him very highly. But honestly, like we just had different expectations in terms of where we want to take it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Right. And it's all about staying on the same page and like building the vision in the same direction. Versus like, and we talked about entrepreneurial operating system as prescribed by Traction in the book Traction by Gino Wickman. And to truly run a successful operation, the two key components at the top of your org chart, essentially, actually, I've got it up here. I don't have the two top components, but I have the next three. So any business can be broken down. You have a visionary with all the crazy ideas. You have the integrator. So visionary integrator from what you guys just described. The integrator is like, yo, this is how we're going to structure it. And then you have three pillars in any business. It's operations, sales and marketing, and finance. Every business can be broken down at that level.
Sorry, I'm giving myself a scratch.
Bro, no, but it's easy. It's already been done. It's easy.
Yeah.
Honestly, like if you approach any business owner or entrepreneur and they can't explain to a 5-year-old what they do and the 5-year-old can't repeat it back,
it's too complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every business is very easy. In the sense of like being able to break it down and explain it should be very easy. Now execution is just fucking hard, straight up.
Yeah.
But in terms of scaffolding, explaining what you do, it should be very straightforward.
What's like the biggest piece of advice you got? Well, actually, have you ever had like I know you name dropped a bunch of people, but like was there ever like a mentor that worked side by side with you that like kind of got you to where you are today?
So many,
right?
so many like known and unknown. But honestly, like if you're gonna go out and choose a mentor, choose someone who's 5 years ahead of you, and fucking pay them.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I think about when I split with my partner and I bought him out, I had always talked about property management being the hub and being able to vertically integrate building on businesses. So I found the guy who had already done it. His name's Tony LeBlanc. He's out of Canada. It got to the point, Tony's businesses like took off. So he said, hey, listen, I'm pressing pause on this program. He sent me an email. He's like, yo, when I start this back up, you're going to coach with me. I'm like, you sent that to everybody. He's like, no, just to you. And I was like, oh shit, that's fucking cool. And now I go back and I coach in the Doorpreneur program.
Oh, so you're a coach. I can only tell just by like the first like I don't know maybe like 10 minutes of just talking to him. Yeah, this guy's a coach. He has to be mastermind. Hire him. You know?
But actually, so if we like break down, so if you're thinking, because it's not just if you truly want to be an entrepreneur, it's just not showing up and punching the clock 10, 12 hours a day. Maybe do it 4 hours a day if you're or 4 hours a week if you're Tim Ferriss. I still think that's bullshit though. It's not just there's practice outside of playing the game in the field. And I think that's what people sleep on. It's just not just showing up and executing. Yeah, you're going to earn skills there, but it's refining your skills on nights and weekends still.
Yeah.
Joining a mastermind and I would say mastermind is local in terms of 5 other capped at you and 5 other like-minded individuals heading in a very similar direction. So like this weekend, I'm going with my mastermind to Cape Cod to hang out and just mastermind and spend some time on the beach. Maybe do some drinking.
Maybe.
But then on top of that, I think you need to find a coaching program and like a national mastermind of people who think dramatically differently. Maybe they're in the same industry as you, and maybe they're in a completely different industry. Because truthfully, like Apex, when I joined it, like I flew out there with Mark. Mark was in Apex Entrepreneurs with me. There were 3 different levels. I learned so much from those guys, and they ran businesses that helped me scale Lyon. Right? So like we have a recruiter that I would have never found my ops manager unless I found his recruiter in Apex. Shoot, like we bring everyone in based on predictive index personality assessments. Well, I found that gentleman through Apex. Or like our SEO strategy that crushes it. Now in any business that we launch, we can build a killer website with an SEO strategy that literally delivers leads to our business on autopilot that are like laydowns. They're like, yep, you're hired. Apex. So like all the people are out there. You got to get in the right room. So like buying your way in.
Yeah.
So getting into entrepreneurs cost me $10,000. That program easily made me $500,000 to $1 million already. Wow. Easily, no doubt. I can easily say that. But you got to go like some dude hits me up like every time I post about Apex. He's like, "How much money has it made you?" I'm like, motherfucker, I don't have a spreadsheet. But if you go in and you're just like, well, how many deals did you get out of it? Honestly, there are a lot of qualitative metrics in terms of being around like-minded people. You're not going to be like, oh, well, my broker used to bust my balls over this. He's like, every reel you post, how many listings do you get? I'm like, that's not how it fucking works, bro.
People want that shit, dude. Like we do like the whole media company thing. We had a call earlier this week where they essentially wanted a breakdown of like, I'm spending X amount on marketing. Like, what am I getting on the back end? But it's like, it's hard to like get that point across. It's like so much of it's like brand visibility. And the people who like knowing you and you're building relationships with and that sort of thing, like it's, I don't know. People are very like, I'm doing this. What am I getting out of it? There's something that's kind of broken in that.
But you also got to be able to use it. So I talk to Patty Quinn all the time. And I'm like, bro, you have a really sexy, expensive sports car. And you create all the videos for the people. They think it's cool to like be with the dude that creates the sexy videos. But unless you go out and actually know how to drive the sports car, it doesn't fucking matter. It's the same thing what you guys do with the media company.
Also, shout out to PQ. We had him on the podcast. He's
solid.
Good
yeah.
Shit. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
PQ's a solid dude.
Yeah.
And I said this to him. I'm like, these people, like, they need to go out and be able to leverage that. Like, you make them nice, and what you guys do, you can create the most solid plan of all time, but unless they go and execute against it and are actually vested in it, you're not going to receive an outcome. And it's not purely quantitative; it's qualitative. Bro, actually, huge fucking win yesterday. We talk about how like you guys found me. I got invited. I was invited out to San Diego in October for my first national speaking engagement. I'll speak in front of 1,000 people.
This October.
This October.
I'm actually moving out to San Diego in September. So
no shit.
Yeah. Whereabouts?
That's fucking cool. I have no idea yet. They just sent the email yesterday.
They're like, oh yeah, hey.
But they're like, yo, do you want to speak here? By the way, we thought of this, this, and this, and it's a property management platform. But literally, like, they sent the video. And I was like, they had, like, Boys to Men sing last year. I'm like, all right, this is kind of legit.
I can fuck with Boys to Men.
Yeah.
I vibe
But,
with them.
dude, that's for my presence. Like, that's literally for my presence. They're like, hey, listen, we looked you up. We see what you're about, and we want you.
And that's all, like, just being real. Just being you.
But how much is it going to pay me to speak at that event? How much am I going to get paid? I don't know. Actually, yo, here's some sauce. Here's some sauce. When you're invited to speak in front of a crowd, give them something for free.
Do you know what you're going to give for free?
Hell yeah.
T-shirts?
Hell yeah. No,
I'm kidding.
Yeah, no off-season with Charles.
I love
with
that
Charles
shirt,
on the
by the
side.
way. I love that.
We're
by the
rolling
way.
it out to the store. I will buy you one. I'll send it. If you guys both want one, just send me a size. When we have an online store now for Lyon, so let me know. I'll send you guys T-shirts.
Oh, man, we appreciate that.
Absolutely.
But, so I guess the free thing would be, like, like something, like, they get to, like, take with.
A takeaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Honestly, most takeaways get thrown in the trash, right? You're like, those T-shirts are cool. But I may think the T-shirt's cool, and some people may be like, I don't know.
Well, what I mean by takeaway is, like, you probably can give them, like, the best piece of advice. Obviously, you're going to be talking, so you'll give them a whole, like, spiel of that. But, like, the takeaway is something from that talk that they use on their businesses,
Hell yeah. So this is what we're going to do. We now have a way to screen applicants to make sure that we place the right people the first time. It's not 100%, but it's way better than it was before, right? In terms of literally how we write our job posting, so how we screen based on predictive index. So every role in our business, we have 3 profiles within the predictive index that fits for that role. And then we're going to look at their skills. And then when you show up for the interview, strictly cultural. We have 10 questions. And like some of the questions are doozies, but how we open and how we close, lights out. So like first interview question is, and CJ Moss has a very similar question to this. And we didn't realize this until after we were both doing it.
Yeah.
But we asked them, like, who'd you look up to growing up? And they're like, well, my dad. And it's like, well, why'd you look up to your dad? And they'll name like 3 things. And then we get to decide, okay, based on those 3 things or 5 things, whatever they said, does it pair with our core values? If it does, we move forward. If it doesn't, we move on. Hey, thanks for coming in today. It's been great. Just not a good fit. They're like Britney Spears because she's hot. And it's like, I don't know. Actually, that was legitimately like Britney Spears because she was a good dancer or something. Like, well, not going to work. But honestly, it is super important to screen for culture. Super important.
Well, yeah, because once they come in, it's how do they sort of play nice with all the other boys and girls here, right? Like, how do they kind of fit into the equation? Because you can be like the number one on a team, but if you're not getting along with everyone else, you can ultimately drag everyone else down.
Yeah. And honestly, like, and you've probably seen this at RCL, and we've had a bit of an implosion here. Not like full-on implosion, but like we had a couple of hiccups here recently. But like culture has to be built every day.
Yeah.
And not everyone's showing up to build it every day. Some people may be showing up to take it down. Right? Shit just happens. You can try as hard as you want, but you got to go back to like that core group and your core values.
Core values are the key thing. You know what I mean? Because if
Core
you have
values, I'm
right
pointing
there
here because they're back here, but like
pride.
Game changer for the business.
Because that's something you can always like look to. You know what I mean?
But honestly, like we roll those down. We're like, hey, listen, this is how we hire, fire, and promote. And every decision we make are going to go back to core values.
No matter what. That's smart.
Because then there's no confusion for the people here or people coming in, like how this kind of game
Yeah,
runs.
no, it's like, hey, refer back to this.
It's right there, dude. There's the rubric.
Yep, right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, I love that.
Hang on, I'm just gonna take a moment.
Just a little mental note.
Actually, you guys see behind the cameras here, that was the core. Those were the core values I fucked up. Like I threw it in ChatGPT. I'm like, this is fucking cool. Let's have a sign made. And I'm like, I can't remember those. I couldn't.
Because
Like
there's so many?
it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Like it wasn't as real to me. Even like because it's not just knowing the word, right? It's about knowing the phrase after it. And now the core values behind us, like every single member of the team could repeat those to you guys. Not because I put them on the test and told them to, but because it's that meaningful. Like because we live by them every day.
And I'm not gonna lie, Pride is a lot better than Pride Rock. You know.
Yeah. I was trying to be cool, like Lion King themed. That was just like way too long.
Pride Rock. Why did I think there was something in Rhode Island like Pride Rock? Or am
Are
I
you thinking Plymouth Rock?
Plymouth Rock? Oh, there it is. All right, yeah. That's not there anymore. Did you hear about that? There was like a huge rainstorm one time, and like half the mountain just like disintegrated.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I was out in Plymouth a couple of weeks ago for an MMA fight. It was sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you a big MMA guy?
I do like to watch it, but I'm an old man. Like I'm in bed by 8, so like,
I can't watch the pay-per-views anymore, man.
so like, shout out to Sahib Jackson. Like that dude's gonna be on the UFC in the very near future. Like just a complete stud. I hope you keep finding guys to fight you because they're all soft. You're gonna beat them all anyways. But, it's been fun to watch him fight and just watch his journey.
What's his name again?
Sahib Jackson.
Sahid.
He goes by Juice MMA. Yeah. So
I'll have to
honestly,
look
like
up for him.
solid human being.
Yeah.
Quality person. He is a retired Marine
Nice.
and just very solid individual.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Truly a role model for the community.
Is he local?
Yes, he is.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
So you guys going to the MMA gym next?
Well, funny enough, we've met like we've had him on what a couple times now.
Yeah.
Connor Matthews. He's out of Mattapoisett. And
He fought out of Cage Titans, which I think is in
Yeah,
Plymouth.
Cage Titans.
Yeah.
Plymouth,
Yeah.
that's why I was thinking about it.
But then he went to Dana White's Contender Series, and then
and then he fought in the UFC.
That's
Still
badass.
on the roster.
I think
believe.
he's still under contract. I don't know if he's having a fight soon or not, but now
But the
he's
amount of work required to play at that level. And when I say play, like that's fight. Like it's literally like life or death in there. Like that's
it's
serious
gladiator
shit.
battle. It's gladiator battle.
But I mean, like the amount of work for those guys to prepare for a fight. Not
Like
not even on the
6
UFC. Just at Cage Titans. Like,
Yeah.
you're truly in there. Like
6 straight weeks of hell is what I call it, dude.
yeah, that shit's hard.
It's
So
hard.
if you can be successful in that pursuit, you can be successful at anything you choose to do. You gotta think about not only the physical fuckery, but the mental fuckery in preparation.
Yeah, big time. And now, quick plug. Now Connor's becoming a full-time business owner in like owning his own MMA gym.
I love that.
And like teaching like kids classes, kickboxing classes, jujitsu.
I think that's so important for young kids to go through
100%.
that. So my daughters are 11 months or 10 months and a little over 2 years.
Okay.
But when they are 3, they will both be in the jiu-jitsu gym.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Beautiful.
I am hyped.
We'll send you Connor's information.
I love that. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
It's anti-bullying, man. If your kid knows how it trains and all that sort of stuff, the confidence they carry throughout the rest of their
Oh
life.
yeah, dude.
Big time.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bullies aren't saying shit to them, and if they do, well, I think they're so like calm too from training so much that they don't even feel a need to like show off or anything.
Yeah,
you
they're
know
just
what I
gonna
mean?
separate.
Yeah.
I feel like I did that when I was. I wish I did that when I was younger because I got bullied a lot. Yeah, I got bullied a lot when I was younger.
You don't seem like someone that get bullied. You're
No.
like a big dude.
Well, I wasn't always this big. It just naturally happened. But nah, like in middle school, elementary school, I got bullied so much. Yeah. Not to go down a deep road, but
No, bro, me too. No,
Yeah.
seriously. No, me too. This is so funny. It got to the point where my dad's like, all right, we're going to teach you how to fight. Fucking knocked him out. I almost got
Damn.
kicked out of middle school. And my dad sat with the guidance counselor like, your son needs to go to anger management class. So he's like, I'm not sending him there. And they're like, well, then he can't come back to school. He's like, no, he's going to come back to school. He's like, you don't know this, but that kid bullied him for a very long period of time. And he's like, he did what was right. He goes, that kid won't bully him anymore. And he did him.
That kid might not bully anyone ever again
Yeah,
after
nah.
that.
Right.
You know.
But honestly, like, give violence a chance. Fucking for
real, though.
Yo, but honestly, think about it. Like, you're gonna fight with a dude, and like, you guys like really fucking have it out. It doesn't matter who won. You're like, all right, cool. We fucking threw down. We're cool now, right?
Just the respect you have after
Yeah,
that.
'cause that was. I feel like you don't see it nowadays. Like, if people fight nowadays, it's always like one versus 3. The two goons are in the back, and they're
Just two dudes like have it out, and we'll be good.
yeah. That's like old school. Like that's the right way to do it. But I'm saying like nowadays, you're about to fight. With the guy. He has like his own entire like posse in the back. You take one good punch at him, he's fucking rocked.
He dropped, and the next guy
And all
comes
of a
and it's
sudden-
like, no.
All of a sudden, all 5 boys are just jumping you. It's like that's not a fair
That's
fight.
no.
Absolutely not. Nah. I like the old school mentality. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the nose.
I have that sign in my fucking office. Swear to God.
It's true. I feel like, obviously not here, like, in Lyon Property Group. Yeah, you would never have to get, like, too violent, right? Stress. Like, all right, guys, let's just.
There are some days that I walk upstairs and I'm like, who's building the octagon in the parking lot? I'm like, just build the fucking octagon and tell them what time to show up. No gloves, bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle.
We're gonna solve this right here.
Oh man. Sometimes that's actually like a way to resolve some things. You just gotta hash it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We might be there one day.
Yeah.
We might not agree, and I'm like, all right, let's just
I mean, we
drop blouse. Oh man, I forgot who said that, but who said
Was it Wayne? I think Wayne said that.
No, Wayne did not say. No, maybe he did it. No, Connor. No, not Connor. Chris McGovern.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah. Chris McGovern. He's a good guy. Look him up.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit.
All right. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the 10 lightning round questions. But if you have anything else,
Oh, let's go. Okay.
but if you got anything else before, because
I should have watched your podcast to see what these were, and I did not. So this is gonna
I
be
love
fun.
it that you're unprepared.
I am completely unprepared.
It's chaos. That's what I love. Chaos, bro. So ChatGPT gave me like some like obviously ones dedicated like your real estate and property group. No offense, like fuck that. I want to do like
Oh, it's
random.
boring.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
boring
that's
as
boring.
fuck, dude. So just give me 1 second. Let's see.
While he's looking that up, any like groups that you recommend? So is Apex still around, or is there something else that you recommend?
They have like a Facebook presence. I don't really know. Honestly, I'm in contrarian thinking with Cody Sanchez.
Oh, yeah.
Name drop again. That's a really good program. There are weekly calls. There's a Slack channel. So like, I'm very focused on now vertically integrating and buying other boring businesses. But you figure out what you like. There are numerous masterminds out there, and just go ask people who are in them.
Yeah.
Right. So 1, screen them, but then 2, like ask, hey, can I talk with some people that are in the mastermind?
Like to the owner of the mastermind, be like, hey, is it possible to talk to people in your
Yeah,
group?
and if they're legit, they'll be like, hey, go talk to so-and-so and so-and-so. And then look, honestly, from there, look them up. Are they living a life that you want to lead?
Right. Because that's the best predictor, right? It's like you don't follow someone you wouldn't want to be.
Yeah, so like if you are family-oriented and you want to spend more time with your family and build a successful business, you're not going to be in a mastermind with someone who's out like womanizing every night, like at the clubs, like dramatically different lifestyle. Like, so try to find someone who is 3 to 5 years ahead of you, living a life that you want to lead. That's the person.
That's the person to go and follow.
That's it.
I started reading her book too. That's another Audible one I have going. Is the Main Street Millionaire.
So good.
Gems, a lot of them, man.
So
a lot
good.
of them. And it's such a great idea, I think people think that they have to start a business, but it's like there's so many already out
It's
there.
way easier. Way easier.
You got something there?
Oh, here we go.
Because because I love ChatGPT. I think it's like one of my favorite. Like, it's honestly my best friend. It really is.
That's so funny.
Me
too.
Are you a big ChatGPT guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like in this day and age, you have to be.
You
Like,
have to be.
You have to be.
You can't let it be a crutch, but it's going to be like a spark,
Yeah.
right? It can be like an aid. But I feel like we're going to get to an age where it's like kids with calculators, like they don't know how to do math.
Yeah.
They don't know how to write because they have ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I hate when I get an email from someone like, motherfucker, you completely used ChatGPT to write this. You cannot read those words. You don't even know what that means.
That's why,
come on.
like, before I send an email, if I have to send an email out, I'm like, all right, now ChatGPT, make it sound natural and organic, and make sure it passes the not a ChatGPT email. All right, let's go. 10 questions, lightning round. We can do both of you guys, so it's all good. What's your go-to fast food guilty pleasure? Oh, and I'm
Is
hungry.
Chipotle fast food? Honestly, it's always Chipotle. It's Chipotle.
I'm a big Baja's guy. I would pick Baja's over Chipotle any day of the week.
I'm in between. There's two. They're like on the way.
Yeah. There's
Chipotle has the rewards in the app though, so that's like.
But yeah, but Baja's, they have tater tots. You know what I mean?
No fucking.
Yeah,
I
dude, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Dude, I make a steak quesadilla, not steak quesadilla, excuse me, a steak burrito bowl, and I'd be like, yo, load it up with fucking tater tots, motherfuckers, and like put some queso on it.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. No,
I'm surprised you didn't know that. We've been there multiple times.
No, I didn't know that was the thing. Well, we're going after this.
I love Baja's is right over the bridge here.
Yeah.
Or under the bridge. You gotta go under the railroad.
So we say Chipotle then.
Yeah, Chipotle.
All right, what's your go-to though at Chipotle?
Honestly, I do double protein,
Okay, perfect.
and then focusing on health. Like I just had my blood tested, and went through food sensitivity, so I am very sensitive. It creates inflammation in my body if I have anything with cow's milk in it or casein. Turmeric or agave, like those are the most sensitive things.
Really?
So now it's just rice and beans and green salsa verde and double protein.
Nice.
Either
Steak or chicken?
Steak or chicken,
All right,
either one.
Yeah, classic.
But it's a little lame. They're like, anything else? I'm like, no.
That sucks. You can't have cheese. Like
No,
anything.
I mean,
dairy.
like, I had the charcuterie board today, but
you feel good
For the most
yeah,
part, you try to
feel,
stay away from
like
it.
it doesn't make me sick.
Yeah.
But honestly, he's like, your body's going to be able to recover better from the gym if you don't have these foods. And then they have like your top ones, but then they also have a list of another 150 foods of like just stay away from these, but eat these.
Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. If you had to give up coffee,
Fuck no, no fucking way.
hang on.
Oh man, I had to do this for a period of time.
If you had to give up coffee or your phone for a week, which one would you give up?
Phone.
Phone?
Easy.
Yeah, easy, right?
Easy. If I didn't have to be on social media and like run the play to build my business, off. Honestly, like I would own a farm in the fucking woods, chop wood, cut down fucking trees, chop wood in a fucking flammel, grow the beard crazy, like that's it. Have a fucking farm.
That's my. I wouldn't mind having a farm, like in the Azores or something. Oh man,
That'd be sick, dude.
My wife keeps
It's
on talking to me
wild
about
in the Azores that it's green all year round.
Yeah.
I went out there in the middle of February. Gained 10 pounds in a week from eating. The food was fucking phenomenal. Did not stop eating.
Are you Portuguese?
No. My ex-wife is Portuguese, so her dad took me out there, and it was, dude, the food was on
Phenomenal.
as you know.
Oh yeah.
But also, like, the food's different colors. I'm like, what is that?
It looks natural, doesn't it?
It is natural. Or like the color, like an egg should be like almost orange,
Yep.
not like the weak ass yellow color. That we
Yeah,
get. So
yeah.
now like I'm on the pasteurized egg shit and all that stuff. So
Oh yeah, you have to be, man. That's a game changer. All right. What's the weirdest thing you've ever? Yeah. What the fuck? What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen left behind in a rental unit?
it's not weird, but it's frequent and it's fucking funny. Honestly, any nasty ass house always has massive fucking dildos all the time, all the time. So legitimately, we bought this house in Charleston, and this woman was 80 years old, and she was retiring to Oklahoma, and oh my god, I can still fucking see it. The thing was the size of my fucking forearm. As one of my friends calls it, he's like, it was a fucking crank. But it gets better. It was like this house was disgusting. This was like wrapped up, like clearly washed down, and it had a container that you could put in something so it would ejaculate. But yeah, like this is the most recent one. But there's always a massive fucking dildo in every fucked up house. Always.
I'm so glad you asked that question.
You know
I didn't want to be the guy and be like, yeah, that sounds pretty cliche. Like I feel like that's the like normal answer.
oh, dude,
Like cockroaches or something like that. Use tampons? Nah, straight fucking an absolute unit.
Craziest fucking story. Craziest story. We bought this house in West Warwick, and we had to evict these tenants. It was a 600 square foot apartment. We filled a 30-yard dumpster with a 600 square foot apartment, and they had blankets stapled to the window frame. And the neighbor comes over and he's like, "Oh, I saw you rip down the blankets or whatever. Like those tenants are out, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "You know why the blankets are up?" I'm like, "I have no fucking idea, dude." And he goes, "Well, you remember the tenant, right?" He's like, I'm like, "Yeah, she's pretty big." He goes, "Well, she would sit on the couch naked during the middle of the day and like touch herself as my kids were playing soccer in the next yard." And my kids are like, "Daddy, what is she doing?" Like, bro, like I'll have a killer book deal on like the tenant front one day, but like I'm like, oh god, can you imagine that? Like your kids running back inside being like, there's a naked lady in the window next door. Like, what? So yeah, they stapled the blankets on the window so that the kids didn't see.
Damn.
What?
Damn.
The afternoon delight.
Fuck. What is wrong with these people?
This is gonna have to be an R-rated podcast.
Don't worry, all of our shit's 18 plus, so it's all good. We don't. If you're under 18, do not watch this podcast. All right. Let's see. That's weird as fuck.
I got more. No, we got time.
The worst fashion trend you've ever participated in?
I don't fucking know.
Like for me, it was. Remember those silly bands?
What I would have to say, like bleaching my hair in middle school.
Okay, that's not a good
No?
not a
Like
good look.
sunning?
Nah,
Remember
like
those,
Justin Timberlake.
You spray your hair with the sun in, and then like if you're out in the sun, it turns blonde.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
I
never
was
knew
thinking
that.
more of like the tips. That's
Yeah,
what
like
was-
the frosted
I did that
tips.
too. Yeah, that
frosted
was-
tips. That's that Justin Timberlake look.
yeah, that's it.
All right. Who's one celebrity you'd let manage your properties for a month?
It's fucking interesting. I'm so unprepared for this. I don't even know.
We can come back to that one.
I don't even know.
So you can think about
it. Fuck, it's got to be a celebrity.
It's almost like who's the most business savvy celebrity? I guess specifically probably in real estate.
I don't even know if it has to be real estate, right? And when I think of like, I don't know.
I mean, the
I'm
is
fucking stumped. I don't know. Andy Frisella. Fuck it.
He's a celebrity. Who does me?
Ed Milet. I don't know. Ed Milet's super big in real estate.
Yeah, I think if someone's just like good at business, they can kind of find a team. Well, because that's the big thing, right? It's like if you can find the people to do the things.
Honestly, that in any business, that's it. You got to find the right team, build the right team.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times people think it's like them doing the stuff, and to some degree, it's you're driving the boat, but it's more
Yeah,
like
yeah.
having good people
Alright.
around you. So I try to find a good person. I don't know who.
I would do Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Is that PQ's doppelganger?
It might
Is
be.
it?
It might be, dude.
they look the
Oh no, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan
Sorry.
Gosling.
Gosling,
Alright,
Gosling,
there you go.
Gosling,
I'm like,
That's
you
it.
know, what? Yeah, that makes more sense. What's a movie you've watched at least 10 times and still love? So like a movie you just like can watch all the time.
This is my childhood favorite movie. Well, actually, so I have an adult favorite movie and a childhood favorite movie. But my childhood favorite movie was Angels in the Outfield,
Oh, with
which honestly you couldn't stream for the longest fucking time, and now you can.
yeah, because it's on where is it? Disney Plus? No, yeah, Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Plus
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And then my adult favorite movie is Hardball, another baseball movie about kids in the hood that win a championship with
Yeah,
Keanu
yeah, yeah.
Reeves
Nice.
with Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah.
I love it when you call me Big Papa.
I'm surprised you didn't say Notorious B.I.G. to fucking,
Yo, we're
to
not
run your
talking about trap houses, bro.
Ooh, this is interesting. What's a hill you'll die on that most people disagree with?
This is so funny. Jess upstairs, she's like, listen, if you want to work with Jimmy Murray, you're going to be willing to die on the fucking hill. Dude, honestly, it depends on the day. It could be fucking anything, honestly. So like my heritage, my uncle traced us back. So like Murray is actually Scottish, not Irish.
Yep.
And so he traced us back to this guy, Sir William Murray. No, what the fuck is his name? I can't remember his name now. But he fought with William Wallace. It's not William. But like literally our heritage goes back, and this was like William Wallace's right-hand man that died at the Battle of Stirling Bridge, which was like the turning point in the battle for Scottish independence.
Yeah.
So like my ancestors literally died on the fucking hill. But like you hear Conor McGregor, he's like, I come from the Scottish Highlands. Like, me too, motherfucker. So like what hill? It depends on the day, bro.
Yeah.
But like, whose car are we taking? Straight up.
I like that.
Straight up. Yeah, some days it's just fucking.
It depends on the day,
Gotta
yeah.
give violence a chance, bro. Like we'll go back. What
I
do you
think
wanna
that's
fight
gonna
over
have to be a
today?
T-shirt, man. I really think that's gonna have to be a T-shirt.
Let's do it.
If your life had a theme song, what would it be?
Fuck, bro. These are so good. Like,
I'm so glad I started doing these.
no, this is so good because honestly, what you guys are seeing right now, like throughout the interview, like you got to think like these questions I've thought about on some level, and I can like spit. But like when you really hit me square, like I'm an introvert, I'm gonna be thinking like 3 days from now, I'm gonna be like, fuck, that was the answer. That was the answer.
Also, you saying you're an introvert right now is wild to me, just
Shit,
given how
bro.
good you are at speaking and communicating and
know.
putting yourself out there.
Yeah, no, this is hard.
Yeah.
This is hard. I'm gonna go sit at my son's baseball game and be like, nobody fucking talk to me. put the hat on, the sunglasses, and be like, I'm good. Honestly, I love Juicy My Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah,
That's my jam.
I feel like that was going to be the thing.
100%, that's my jam.
What about you? You have one? Mine's is never mind.
Well, now we got it now.
Mine's going to be the Barney theme song. You know what I mean?
Pony by Genuine.
No. No. Yeah, I'm not like that 80-year-old woman from
actually,
Oklahoma. You know what I mean?
funny ass story. This will be good for the podcast, folks. So, like, I always want to be the fun dad. This one has bit me in the ass several times. So, Connor, one day, we're in the truck, we're driving, and he's like, "It's getting hot in here." I'm like, "What?" I turn on Nelly, "Hot in here." Wait for this one to come back. So now, like, I bring Connor with me to see houses and shit. So one day, like, my parents live in Smithfield still. So I pick him up from my mother's house, and I went to go see a 5-unit, like, right around the corner. And now 2 realtors, I have no idea who the fuck they are. But the realtor is walking us through the house. She's young. English is absolutely second language. Like, did not grow up here. And it's hot as fuck during the middle of summer. And we get to the attic, and she goes, "It's getting hot in here." And Connor goes, "Then take off all your clothes." Bro, I felt this big. Like, he's 4 years old. He's 4 years old. And the realtor was like, could have killed me with her eyes. And I'm like, yo, he's 4. Like, you don't know the song? I'm like, haha, like, it's getting hot in here right now. Like, I could have died right there.
She had
Like,
no idea.
cute young realtor in a black dress, English second language. Like, that was bad. Funny as fuck, though. Then take off all your clothes from a 4-year-old kid. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. And he's laughing because he knows it's funny. I'm like, you little shit. Get back in the fucking car.
It's the last time you come with me.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. What is your pet peeve? What's something that people do that kind of like instantly pisses you off?
What really fucking bothers me, you know what really grinds my gears? People who talk about it that aren't about it. Like, honestly, bro, if you're going to tell me, like, oh, you should do this or you should do that, but you don't actually fucking do it.
You don't execute. Yeah.
Nah. I want to be around people that, like, show them, don't tell them. I want to see what you're doing. I don't want to hear what you're fucking saying. I want to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
But people who talk about it and they aren't about it, I got no tolerance for that shit. I'll die on that hill. I will die on that hill.
That's a good hill to die on.
Yeah.
I'll die on that hill with you.
Yep.
And the last one.
Bro, that was fast. This was not that painful. This is pretty good.
Oh, just wait. If you can get rid of one thing in the world forever, what would it be?
Liberals. Sorry. Can I say that? No,
I totally agree with you.
bro,
I agree with you on that.
honestly, bro, I think it's the lack of accountability
Okay.
and people that don't think objectively. Now, I know that there's feelings and there's subjectiveness to certain things, but, like, this world truly lacks accountability.
100%.
Like, being responsible for your actions. There are natural consequences. We cannot save people from natural consequences. We cannot legislate against it, right? There are things that are going to happen, and people just need to feel the fucking pain. They need to figure it out.
Yeah.
And honestly, now I'm getting aggressive. I'm like, listen, let me get on my soapbox. No, honestly, it's like we've got to retain accountability. The lack of accountability is going to kill our culture.
100%. I totally agree because you see it on like a lot nowadays, like people commenting on like your posts or something like that.
Yo,
And
say that in real life, motherfucker. Let's fight.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
But honestly, that's the biggest thing. It's like, yo, you wouldn't fucking say shit to my face.
100%, dude. Because you know what the problem is? Like, fucking, there's no consequences when
What,
he's on
what
the
does
phone.
Drake say? Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
Yeah.
Like these people who are like fake tough. They'll type it on the keyboard, but they won't say it.
Yeah.
There's a video. There was a guy, an internet troll. He said he would. He threatened to kill a lieutenant down in Florida, a police officer down in Florida. And apparently, I found this out. If you threaten, like on the internet or even in person, but on the internet, if you threaten to kill like a police officer, you get charged with
As you should.
yeah, with a felony.
As you should.
I'm like, damn. Like, obviously, yeah.
There need to be more consequences for people who
100%.
do bad things.
But like they caught him.
No one should be above the fucking law.
No, 100%. No.
But also, like, we can't use the law. How do I want to say this and not cause a complete fucking firestorm?
Oh, trust me, there's been so many firestorms.
No, but I mean, like, honestly, the judiciary branch, I think, or the judiciary branch.
Yeah.
Let's go back to like middle school. Executive,
Um,
judiciary. What are the other ones?
Supreme, you know.
I don't know. But honestly, like, I just feel like we have used the legal. I've personally been through this in the family court system with how hard I've had to fight to remain in my son's life. But truthfully, like, I just think that there are a lot of judges out there that lack a sense of reality in terms of what really works, right? And honestly, I feel that there are certain classes of people that are extremely negatively impacted based on the lack of objectiveness in the judiciary system, in the judicial system.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Right. And until you go through it, you don't know.
Yeah.
You absolutely don't know.
Because sometimes I think the people just think like compassion is always the answer. It's like compassion is not always the answer, man. People have to
No, I mean, like,
there has to be real, because like you only, I don't know, like a good analogy I guess is in the gym, right? Like you work out, it's painful, it's hard, but you grow as a result of it. You don't go to the gym and take a nap, you know?
Dude, for real. And honestly, like, not to go deep on faith out there, like we're really spitting here, but honestly, like one of my favorite parts of Christianity and being a Catholic is the suffering, right? When you can enjoy the suffering and truly like offer it up and surrender to the process, that's where success happens, truthfully.
Yeah.
And that's a tough conversation because people don't want to suffer. They want it to be easy. I think that's one of the largest downfalls of our culture today. They want the easy way. But truthfully, all the greatness happens after the suffering.
Yeah.
In anything in my life. Like if that was a theme in my life, like when I made it through the suffering, that's when the good shit happens. But I had to surrender to the process of the suffering.
Yeah. Damn.
There's no avoiding
To
it.
get deep for a second, right?
Yeah.
You have to go through it.
You have to go through it. And
You
I think
can't,
that's...
you can't cheat the process there.
No.
Can't cheat it.
Because I think that's what most people get lost in nowadays is like,
What's the easy way to do this?
Yeah. Because then they don't want to spend so much time.
Now, hear me out. I'm all for working smarter, not harder, but you can't cheat the process.
No.
But there's work in both those statements, though.
I mean, you talk about going to the gym. Well, I guess now if you're on testosterone, maybe you can look a little bit better. But like to a certain extent, you still got to put in the work, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like no one's gonna. Even if you just take fucking steroids, you're still not going to be ripped. Like you may gain some muscle, you still have to put in the work.
Yeah.
All right.
It may help you get there a little bit sooner, a lot sooner.
Yeah.
But you still have to put in the work. It doesn't go away. And honestly, you could be in the gym every day if you eat like shit. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Chad Ochocinco is notorious for that. Remember Chad Ochocinco?
Lamar Odom, bro.
Lamar Odom too, right?
Yo, love candy. I don't know why I remember.
Oh
that,
yeah,
but, like,
yeah. He's a big candy. But was it Terrell Owens or Chad Ochocinco? I think either one of them. They had McDonald's every day, but they were. If you look at them, they're like in incredible shape because they would just be in the gym.
That's
like
gonna be such an exception, though, bro. I feel like I look at ice cream and I gain 5 pounds. Now I sound like a real old person, but I love ice cream and pizza. Bro.
There's a guy I've just followed on Instagram. He's he self-proclaimed world's fastest eater. Okay. And he does like these food challenges and everything like that. So there was one video that really piqued my interest. He looked up the most ordered food in the world, and obviously it was a Big Mac with fries and a Coke. So he's like, okay, so he ate it in a minute. By the way, just saying, he like scarfed it down.
Holy shit!
And I think he consumed like 900 calories. Okay, now. Wild.
60 seconds to eat a Big Mac?
Yeah, he devoured it though. Like he was
You ever
like
see those hot dog eating competitions? People.
Joey Chestnut,
bro. The god, the goat, bro. The glizzy goat.
As soon as Joey Chestnut beat Kobayashi like went to a deep depression.
Oh yeah, I heard
dude's
about
like,
that.
Off that. I don't know. I haven't heard about that dude in a minute, but that's what I think about Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut.
The
People are like, what the fuck? Where do you get this shit from?
But so yeah, he devoured the whole entire meal in a minute. And then he had one of those bikes. What are those bikes with like the fan in the middle? It starts with
like
an
at
A.
the gym where you can.
Like
push
an
it with
Echo
your hands?
bike?
Yeah. So he
or what? Yeah.
I think it's called an Echo bike. So he
An
did
assault
that.
bike?
Yeah,
Assault
assault
bike.
bike. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, assault bike. So okay.
Fuck those things, by the way.
Yeah. But again, 900 something calories, right? He ate it in 1 minute. To burn off the calories, the 900 calories, he had to ride the assault bike for an hour and a half.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about our workout this morning at the CrossFit gym, and it was the suggested like level 1 CrossFit game status is 15 calories per minute, which is like you got to be fucking pulling.
Yeah.
Pulling
On the row
that.
machine?
No,
Yeah.
on the assault bike.
Oh, the stuff. Yeah.
Oh, so think about that sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
It was mind-boggling.
And you got to think an assault bike like you can get into the calories, but that shit's fucking hard.
Oh, 100%. Because it's just.
Even on the rower though, rower would still be nuts.
Yeah.
That would still probably be an hour, maybe shorter. The assault bike just sucks.
It's a great
Talk about
cardio
surrendering to the suffering.
Great cardio machine, but damn, it sucks.
Yeah, bro.
All right. We're going to wrap it up. Alex, you have any last minute thoughts?
I mean, it's been great.
Hey, Jim, we're going to give you the floor, man. Any last minute plugs, you know?
Nah,
if you're
bro.
selling your house, by the way.
Nah, on some real shit. Honestly, like if you guys know a tired business owner that's looking to get out of the game, I'd love to talk to them. And if you guys are looking to level up your game and I can help you out in any way, shoot me a DM on Facebook or on Instagram. So Facebook, Jimmy Murray. On Instagram, The Notorious CFK. I'd love to help you guys out.
Sweet. As the lights fucking flashing.
All good. All good.
That usually means our time is up. I'm Tiago. That's Alex. This has been Jimmy. We'll see you guys next time.